Have you ever found yourself in this situation? A knife that looks perfectly fine, but when you actually need it, it's completely useless. Today, I tried cutting a bell pepper. But the blade couldn't even pierce the thin outer skin. I tried again. Still nothing. Just to be sure, I tested it on a sheet of white paper. And the result? Not a clean, sharp cut, but a jagged, torn edge. Clearly, this knife was completely dull. But instead of buying a new one, I wanted to try something different. In the corner of my workshop, I have a box full of old spark plugs. Today, I picked 2 spark plugs of the same size. The part I needed was the white ceramic outer layer. I used a marker to draw, circle evenly spaced from both ends of the spark plug. Then I clamped it tightly in a vise. And used an angle gun to cut along the marked line. I repeated the process. With the second one in the end, I had 2 small cylindrical ceramic pieces. And these would become the most important part of my homemade knife sharpener. Grabbed an old paintbrush. I cut off all the bristles, keeping only the wooden handle. I placed the 2 ceramic pieces on it and tested their position. Then I marked 2 fixing points. After that, I drew 2 diagonal lines forming a V shape. I drilled holes at the 2 marked points. Finally, I used a hacksaw to cut a vertical slit from the top down to the lowest drilled hole. V-shaped slot was created exactly where the knife blade would pass through. Prepared 2 bolts and 2 nuts. Inserted the bolts through the ceramic pieces. Then through the paintbrush handle. tightened everything securely with pliers. And just like that, a homemade knife sharpener made from old spark plugs was complete. Simple, but promising. I sprayed a little water onto the blade and the ceramic surface. Placed the knife into the V-shaped slot and pulled it backward several times with moderate pressure. Slow, steady strokes. Then I added a bit of toothpaste onto the ceramic surface as a mild polishing compound. Sprayed a little more water. And continued sharpening. Finally, I wiped the blade clean with a cloth. Now it was time to test the result. I took a sheet of white paper. This time, the blade glided through effortlessly. A clean cut, no tearing, no frayed edges, just a razor-sharp line. Back to the bell pepper from earlier. Placed it on the cutting board. One slice. The pepper split in half instantly. Then I sliced it into thin strips. Smooth, effortless, no hesitation at all. And that's exactly what I wanted from the beginning. An old spark plug, a discarded paintbrush, and a knife that seemed useless. All combined, creating an unexpected result. If you found this experiment interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can continue making more creative DIY projects.